just beneath the surface, in our minds and in our hearts. Memories crystallized and preserved of a time not so long ago when everything seemed possible. Like ghosts, those moments that even behind closed eyes can still raise goosebumps and stir the soul. Emotions, yes, the powerful and the poignant. But also the improbable and impossible. The wondrous allure of what was and what could still be. We smile, knowing now that this game has not abandoned us. No, this game is with us always, ready to break free when the world awakens in the spring.
Welcome to the show.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Into the box now, Ender Inciarte. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The center fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a line drive. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Batting second, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Josh.
Pull it out. No, go look in the mirror and start pulling it out.
Time for minor league baseball here on the
And
show
now,
as we set
your
our sights on the
New
AA
Hampshire
Eastern League. Tonight it's the first of
Fisher
3 to start the new week between the Trenton Thunder and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Aaron Long will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far.
He's safe. Out. He's out. You're out. Three. Out. Three. Out.
Standing in, Joe
Batting
Random,
fifth.
as he'll get his
The
first
shortstop,
opportunity in this one.
Joe Random.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground at third. Deal gloves it. And quickly there are 2 away.
Play ball. He's out. Three. You're out. He's safe. Out. Three. Out. He's out. You're out. Three.
Now to the plate, Joe Random.
batting,
He got on top
the
of one and was a
shortstop,
ground out victim
Joe
last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
To the left side, but it's well foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. Loud contact there, but it's well foul.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit.
Nice hit, boy. Good job.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had...
3, 4, take the base. Out, out. Out. He's out. 3. He's safe. You're out. Out, out, out.
So striding forward now, Joe Random. He
The
singled
shortstop.
his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
The 0-1. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Obviously looking to pull the baseball right there, out in front on that off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by him.
Here's the 0-2. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2. Count remains at 0-2. Tellez is off of first with 2 away. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Hit out towards second.
Come on.
That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Boy, that was a strange AB right there, D-Row. 7-pitch, 0-2 at bat. Gets the first 2 strikes, then on the 7th pitch, disaster for the pitcher.
Yeah, you'll see that happen about 5 to 10 times all year. You're in straight survival mode, fouling off.
He's out. You're out. Out, out. 3. Out. You're out. 3. He's out. Out. 3. Out.
Now at the plate, Joe Random. He's going to lead things off in
Now
their
batting.
half of the ninth
The
as they
shortstop.
try to avoid the
Joe
dreaded shutout.
It's never a
Random.
good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard liner to center field.
Round it,
And
find the
that'll
ball,
get
round
down for a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
What's the play ball? You're out. He's out. Out.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The Thunder used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Jody Rios earns the win, his second, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Thunder, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show.
Yo,
Tonight, the rubber
New
match of this
Hampshire
3-game series between the
Fisher
Trenton
Cats
Thunder and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Dennis Stokes, a southpaw from New Jersey, gets the starting gig in this one.
Okay.
Please, Zach, what do you got?
Hey, it
I
wasn't
see
a
it.
great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to
Yeah.
earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Play ball. 3. Out. Out. Ball 4. Take the ball.
Digging in, Joe Random.
Batting fourth.
1 in, 1
Not
out,
shortstop.
and 1 on here in the inning.
Joe Random.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Casilla moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Dero?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
Come on, Felix.
He's safe. Got it. He's safe. Out. He's out. Out. Ball 4. Take the base. Got it. Out. Out. He's safe. Out.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter,
Now
Joe
batting.
Random.
The
He flew
shortstop.
out in his last at-bat.
Joe Random.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Back up the middle.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come
Step
on.
on the bag for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Good pitch on the ground ball there, and an even better job up the middle to take it himself, and turn 2. Pretty smooth.
Let's play ball. Ball 4. Take the base. He's out. 3. Out. Got out. Out. Ball 4. Take the base. He's out. Out. And hit him. First base. 3. Got out. Out.
Ready for another shot now.
Now
Joe
batting.
Random.
Shortstop. Joe Random.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Play ball. He's out. Out. 3. He's safe. Got out. Out.
At the plate, Joe Random. 4th trip to the plate for him,
Now
and
batting.
he's at risk of
The
ending that
shortstop.
nice hitting streak that he's
Joe.
put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
He's set, and the pitch.
0.
Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Felix.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Line to the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further
great job
than
right there.
second
He
as
squared
there
up on
are
that
two
sucker.
aboard now. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked,
I don't know.
kept the ice water in
like
his
what?
veins, and didn't try and get too big.
What would you pick?
Of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory. And look on to the next one.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. New Hampshire jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Alejandro Palacios claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Okay. Whoa.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Fisher Cats, 9 runs, 12 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 42 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please.
A coach clues in a new team member on available resources.
You do it on this side. Whoa.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this
Ladies and
presentation of
gentlemen,
minor league baseball.
your
Tonight, the first of this
Reading
4-game
Fightin'
weekend set
Phils.
between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Ranger Suarez, the Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Go and
At the plate,
Batting
Joe
fourth,
Random.
the
He'll get to
shortstop.
take his first cuts
Joe
here.
red.
Random.
412.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
A pitch out, the throw, and they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. Bottom of the 1st, straight ahead. We are scoreless on the show. Stepping into the box, Joe Random. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Joe Random.
Here, take this.
First delivery to him on the way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, that wasn't the prettiest of swings, guys, right there. That's not how you usually draw it up, but that's a line drive in the box score the next day.
Play ball. Good idea.
Coming to the plate now, Joe
Now batting.
Random. 2 on, 2 out for him
Joe
here in the third.
Random.
First pitch on its way. Strike one to start the at-bat.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking that too.
He's set. The 0-1. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, or that changeup's going to beat me.
The pause and the 0-2.
Come on, go hard, score.
Straightaway center. Beard sprinting after it. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. So digging in now, Joe Random. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Joe Random.
Here comes the first pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A 1 pitch on its way. A softly hit ball here, foul off to the left side, and it's strike 2 now. This one's flared out toward left. Benitez coming in, lays out, and he's got it. A great play for out number 2.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Let's play ball. 3. That's ball 4. He's out. Ball 4. Take the base. Keep safe. You're out. 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 3. 3. 3. He's out. 3. 3. That hit him. First base.
So stepping in, Joe Random.
Leading
He'll
off
start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Joe Random.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Benitez going back on it, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run here in the early going, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
It's a 3-run lead now, and that doesn't exactly slam the door shut on this thing, but it certainly closes it a little bit. The importance of each run is magnified the later you get in the game. And that bomb here in the 8th is...
Out. You're out. Out. 3. He's out. Out. You're out. Out. He's out. Out.
Yeah, and they know this is going going to be a tough stretch on the road. To win the first game of a series has got to feel pretty good. Something to build on for tomorrow.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Fisher Cats took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Marcus Rocha earns the win, his second. Ranger Suarez struck out 10 in the losing effort. Oscar Dorta earns the save out of the bullpen, his fourth of the season. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Fisher Cats, 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 12 men on base.
The game's future stars are on
Ladies and
display as
gentlemen,
minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Brian McHenry will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, in this day and age where we're used to seeing a lot of home runs and pitchers not going very deep in a game, how about this guy? ERA in the low 1s. That's not an easy thing to do. He can strike people out, but he can also get them out via the ground ball, the fly ball. Judging by his stats this year, he is having a ridiculously good season up to this point.
Into the box, Joe Random. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game.
Random.
Here comes the first pitch. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one.
0-1's the count.
The windup and the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Play ball. 3. Ball 4, take the ball. He's out. Out. 3. Out. 3. Ball 4, take the base.
Digging in now, Joe Random. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm on the base hit.
I started a new one.
You know, D-Roll, that's not a bad way to keep it going. A base hit right there. Hitting streak. 15 games and counting.
Yeah, we're halfway through a calendar month, and he looks up and he's had a knock. You can't get caught up in it. You have to trust the process. Keep doing what got you to this.
3. Ball 4, take the base. Out. He's out. Ball 4, take the base. Out. That's ball 4. Out. He's out.
Now at the plate, Joe Random. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
Down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. Now another 0-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
Play ball. You're out. Out. 3. Ball 4. Take the base. Out. Ball 4. Take the base.
Into the box now, Joe Random starting things for his side in
Now
the
batting.
9th as they
Shortstop.
face the improbable
Joe
odds of trying to come
Random.
back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Yeah.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Nieto giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Let's play ball.
On paper, this had the makings of a real hard-fought game, but paper and reality, those are 2 different things. They pulled away and never looked back. How about to a tune of a 9-run victory?
A 9-0 shutout final in this ball game. The Fightin' Phils jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Brian McHenry earns his first win of the season. Sean Reed Foley couldn't work out of the 3rd inning, taking the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plezak and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Break my fall. It's a mix of boxes and pillows. So I already have to open a new pack. This is like 25 twisters. If this doesn't hold me up.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Fightin' Phils. 9 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left none.
Time for minor league baseball here on the
Ladies
show
and gentlemen,
as we turn sights on
Joe
the Double-A Eastern
Ready,
League.
fight,
Today we wrap up
Phil.
this 4-game
Ready.
weekend series between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Manuel Alvarez, the Cuban-born southpaw, gets the starting nod. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th.
Stepping into the
Batting
box,
fourth,
Joe
the
Random,
shortstop.
as he'll get his first
Joe
opportunity in this one.
Random.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to left. Well, this is right to him in left as he hardly has to move as he handles it for the final out. 1 hit, 1 left. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Stepping up to the plate, Joe Random.
Leading off
He'll
for New
start things
Hampshire,
out here in a
the
tie
shortstop.
ball game.
This game is
Joe
rolling right along as we move into
Random.
the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. First pitch on its way. Ripped down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of the bat. I thought they would pitch around him. He's going to have to button it up a little bit.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the year. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, he missed the fastball earlier, so the pitcher thought he can't catch up to my heater. Well, he not only caught up to it, he chased it down and tattooed it out of here.
Play ball. Out. Out. He's out. Out. 3. Out. Out. 3. He's out. You're out.
Now at the plate, Joe Random.
Now batting.
And that last
shortstop,
at-bat when he went deep,
Joe
he turned around a pretty good fastball.
Random.
So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
To the left side, but it's well foul. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And this one will bounce into the wall. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Let's play ball. 3. Out. Out. He's out. That's ball 4. Ball 4. Take the base. Out. 3. Out. You're out. 3. Out. He's out.
Ready now, Joe Random.
Now
He'll try
batting,
to follow up
the
the double
shortstop,
in his last at-bat
Joe
with another big hit right here.
Random.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The windup and the 0-1. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Here comes another 0-2. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Play ball. 3. 3. Ball 4. Take the base. 3. 3. That's ball 4. Out. 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 He's out. 3.
Making his way to the plate,
Now
Joe
batting,
Random.
shortstop,
And we'll see if he can get
Joe
something into the gap to make it
Random.
interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit the other way out toward right field. Ortega waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Let's play ball. Out. Out. Ball 4. Ball 4. Take the base. You're out. 3. 3. First base. Out. He's out. That's ball 4. Out. You're out. Out. Out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Fightin' Phils, number 8, James Kovalenko.
Standing in, Joe Random.
Leading off
He flew
for New
out in his
Hampshire,
last at-bat.
the shortstop, Joe Random.
Here's the first pitch to him. He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Wow, he was willing that thing to get out of here. Would have given them the lead right here late in the game, but it ends up hitting off the wall, and he heads into second with an extra base hit. We'll see if the next man up can come through in the clutch here.
Play ball. Out. 3. He's safe. He's out. Out. You're out. Out. Ball 4. Take the base. Ball 4. Take the base. That's ball 4. He's out. Out.
Striding in and working on a
Now
terrific performance in this one, Joe
Joe
Random. And we'll see if he can put
Random.
together a rare 5-hit performance here. First pitch on its way. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Ortega is over, and that's in there. Base hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day.
Play ball. 3. 3. 3. You're out. Out. 3. He's out. Out. You're out.
Striding into the box,
Now
Joe
batting,
Random.
the
He
shortstop,
singled his last time
Joe
up.
Random.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Beard moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. And now this crowd finds their club behind the 8 ball here as they don't want to wind up on the losing end of this thing. The Fisher Cats lead it 3-2.
What? What time is it? Where am I? Oh, man, it's over? Man, I thought this game was never going to end, but it did. And anytime you could win a marathon game like that, it feels awfully good.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. New Hampshire posted 15 total hits in the ball game. Lonnie Dunn gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Oscar Dorta closes the door for the save, his 5th of the year. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Fisher Cats, 3 runs on 15 hits, 1 error. They left an incredible amount.
A fast-developing prospect has his first encounter with the media. If his progress continues, it will be the first of many such encounters. This aspect of life as a ball player will demand the learning of an entirely new kind of skill set.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air
Ladies
on
and
the show.
gentlemen,
Tonight it's the first of 3 to start the new week between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Trenton Thunder. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Domingo Acevedo, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball.
Settling in now, Joe Random. He's fresh off a 5-hit ball game yesterday afternoon, so he'll look to keep it going here. He's set. Here it comes. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third.
On the bag.
The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
Play ball. 3, 4, take the base. Got him. Out. That hit him. First base.
Now in the box, Joe Random.
Now
he hit a sac fly
the
earlier.
Shortstop, Joe Random.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Casilla will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And diving into the numbers on this team, the one thing that jumps off the page is the fact that these guys can flat play D. The highest fielding percentage in the league. Something to focus on today when you're watching this one.
Now at the plate, Joe Random. He
now
flew
batting.
out in his last at-bat.
Joe Random.
From the stretch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Urbina. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Ball 4, take the base. He's out. Out. 3. You're out. 3.
Digging in, Joe Random.
Now batting, the shortstop, Joe Random.
First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Calling for it, Urbina. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Fisher Cats are out in front, 8-1. So striding in, Joe Random.
Now batting,
0 for 3 with an RBI in this one.
Joe Random.
First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Loud contact there, but it's well foul.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Let's play ball. He's safe. He's out. 3.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
8-2 tonight's final. The New Hampshire Fisher Cats came out swinging with a huge first inning that really set them up well. Dennis Stokes takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Domingo Acevedo permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Fisher Cats,
Let's get ready for bed. What? Go brush your teeth.